We're still waiting for any official news around the new EA Sports FC Ultimate Team. EA are planning an event very soon, and they have already confirmed that new information is just around the corner. But before all of that happens, let's go through all the leaks that we currently know about. But before we do get into the video, if you want to take advantage of FIFA 23, then there is no better place than SkyCoach. SkyCoach offers cheap, fast and reliable FIFA 23 coins so that you can spend less time grinding and more time playing with the players that you want to play with. What's really cool at this time of the year is that player prices are at an all-time low, and they're still getting lower, so that you can buy FIFA coins for the exact same price as what they were before, and you're able to get twice as many players. If you want to take advantage of this deal, there is a link in the description down below, and if you use Fnatic at checkout, you'll also get yourself a 10% discount.
Nice.
This year is special for EA because it is said that FIFA would dictate absolutely everything, and that made it tricky for EA to want to implement new gameplay features, whether it be for Ultimate Team or any of the other game modes. But now that this partnership has split, apparently EA now has the freedom to do what they want, and that can be shown within the leaks, especially with Ultimate Team. So firstly, let's talk about the most obvious stuff and go to the things which are slightly more interesting. The first thing is that there will be new icons and new heroes, but it's no surprise that there will be new icons and new heroes added to Ultimate Team, and there's certainly a few names there which I'm very interested to play with. Aguero, Iron Robin and Ribery used to be part of my team many years ago, and I'm certainly excited to go and try them again. But let me know in the comment section down below what players stand out of this list that you're excited to play with. Another small change, but could make a much bigger impact on the game, is the changes to position modifiers. At the minute, how you change your player's position comes down to a preferred position and an alternative position. Their alternative position is typically a position that they have played with in real life before, but they may not be known for it. This was updated with the new chemistry system within FIFA 23, but it still has some problems. And to be honest, I somewhat prefer the previous position change system, where you could change a left wing down to a left mid, because now you may have someone which is by default a left wing, and you can have their alternative position to be a striker. That's awesome. You can change him from left wing to striker, but you can't change him from a left wing down to a left mid. And likewise, you can't change them from a striker down to a center forward. If you were still trying to prioritize chemistry, which isn't as big of a factor but still can benefit your players with boosted stats, you will lose out on that player if you haven't got them in that position. Personally, I think EA should just allow us to buy into position modifiers and change players wherever. I know some people will argue that that means that a centre back can go and play striker, and that ruins the immersion because that won't happen within real life. Well, at the end of the day, this is a game, and if someone wants to go and do that, by all means they can go and do that. To be honest, there is nothing stopping them from doing that now. It just means that when they do it now, they're not going to be able to go and get full chemistry. And even if they did get full chemistry, it still doesn't make too much of a difference, because at the end of the day, their stats represent them being a good centre back, not a good striker. So they will still have incredibly low shooting, and their work rate may mean that they're going to be more defensive than attacking. In terms of the league, we don't know 100% if what I want is actually going to happen. All we know is that the leaks suggest that this will be changing. Another change that is supposedly coming is a new pack dynamic system. Now, what this means is that if you were planning to go and do a massive pack opening and you went through 20 packs and you got absolutely nothing, we're talking you getting 80 rated and that's it, nothing higher than that. Well, this dynamic pack system will track exactly what players you were able to get, and if that continued, you will then have a higher chance of getting something good. Now, on paper, this seems like a pretty decent thing. It means if you open enough packs, at some point you're guaranteed to get something good. And this system is not new. In fact, EA have even implemented it before in other games. For example, Apex. Apex has a crate opening system where you can open crates in hopes to get something good. If you open enough and get absolutely nothing, you will be given a guaranteed heirloom. It means that you get something good for the amount of money that you put in, rather than it just being based on a chance for absolutely everything. Because as things currently go, you could theoretically open 1,000 packs in Ultimate Team and get nothing from it. So yes, a dynamic pack system would be good, unless it's also the negative side to this, which means it's going to be tracking exactly when you do get something good, and it pretty much shafts you to say that you won't get anything above a certain rating for the next 100 packs, whatever that may be. With this, I just want to highlight what could potentially happen, and it wouldn't surprise me if EA did something like this. But for the time being, I'm going to withhold my judgment and just wait for EA to announce this. The biggest leak so far for Ultimate Team is that women cards will finally be added. This is an approach that EA have been looking to go for many years. It was no surprise that back when FIFA 16, FIFA 17, when it did first add women football players, and it was just a kickoff game mode, that eventually they would branch out and expand to other game modes. What's surprising is that it took them a lot longer than most expected for women within Ultimate Team. Ultimate Team being the biggest moneymaker, most expected EA to really push for this first and then expand to career mode, pro clubs, Volta, and so on. But that didn't happen. Ultimate Team ended up being one of the last. Now with this leak, there have been several images of card designs as well as icons for women that have been included and is rumored to be part of EA Sports FC. Out of any of these leaks, women in football has the most credibility. There's a lot going around as of right now. With this leak of women coming into Ultimate Team and them not having their own separate game mode, there has been a few people saying, well, women and men's football is split within real life. Why are they part of one game mode within EA Sports FC? And yes, I get that, but at the exact same time, it is a game. And to be honest, I don't think it would be smart from EA's point of view to create separate game modes to split men and women. Reason for that? I don't trust EA at the best of times to handle the current game that they have. They mess up every single week with new SBCs that give the wrong players, packs that have the wrong players, objectives that don't give rewards, and gameplay which is inconsistent on a game-by-game basis. Now, imagine that, but doubled. There's going to be twice as many mistakes, and it's going to be twice as much work as they have to nerf gameplay for female Ultimate Team as what they would have to go and do for men's Ultimate Team. I just don't trust EA to handle that. Now, maybe down the line in a few EA Sports FCs later, maybe the plan is to split both male and female Ultimate Team. That way, financially, they could milk FIFA points from one and the other. But for the time being, I think that this is a smart move for the player fan base, as well as just a business, as well as game development management side of things. And we'll see how it ends up after the first year. Now, with what we've gone through so far, these are leaks which are heavily backed. There's a lot of credible people within the community talking about these. And there's also leaked images going around which suggest that this is actually happening. Still not guaranteed to happen 100%, things can of course change, but what we're going through next, well, it's a bit more speculation and rumors than anything else. The first one is a rumor that we hear every single year, is that Ultimate Team will be free to play. This is one of those things that makes sense, and there's been some quotes in the past from people that are higher ups at EA, and when they're taken out of context, it does sound like that this is a direction that they want to go in. Certain quotes saying that there will be no barrier to entry for Ultimate Team, that there will be more players than ever before. But these quotes have come from many years ago, and still nothing has happened. Ultimate Team just as a game mode, not including FIFA or anything else, just Ultimate Team from microtransactions makes billions every single year. And just to put more emphasis on it, I'm talking about Ultimate Team in FIFA, not Ultimate Team within the other game modes and other games that EA produce. Just FIFA, billions every single year. It is an insanely profitable game mode. And to be honest, yes, EA probably could separate Ultimate Team and EA Sports FC to be two separate games. Ultimate Team being free to play, and we know that as a live service, many games are insanely profitable with this type of monetization, where it's free. You're able to go and get as many people that sign up on day one. Anyone can download it and start playing. But if they really want to compete, well, there's FIFA points for you. And it's hard to imagine if EA was to do that there would be less people playing and they're going to make less money, because they can still go and sell EA Sports FC, which contains maybe a few extra perks for Ultimate Team, but mainly there being career mode, Volta and Pro Clubs, where hopefully they would expand upon those game modes a bit better. And potentially this could actually be a better system. As we've said throughout this video, it's rumored that FIFA used to dictate everything, and with all the money that was coming in, they would want to reinvest it back into Ultimate Team because it had the highest return on investment, and that led to other game modes being neglected. With a system like this, where Ultimate Team is free to play, they can keep on reinvesting those profits, but the money that comes from the EA Sports FC game sales, that money can go back into Volta, Pro Clubs and career mode to make those game modes better. But despite all of this, it is still rumors at this point. And even when someone credible does talk about there being a free-to-play Ultimate Team, it's still hard to believe, because we've gone through this cycle so many times year after year with people saying this. I think it makes sense for it to happen. Whether or not it will, we'll just need to wait and see. The other rumor which is currently going around, and this is another one which keeps on coming up, especially in recent years, is that FIFA, particularly Ultimate Team, might be age restricted. Now, in certain countries, it is already limited. Using FIFA points counts as gambling. Gambling being banned in certain countries means that FIFA Ultimate Team, the features of actually opening packs, do not exist. This isn't a new thing. It really started to kick off back in 2019. Belgium actually banned players from opening packs within Ultimate Team. This is a ban which is still there to this day. They are not allowed to go and use FIFA points. It just does not exist. And Belgium is just one of many countries, and this is actually increasing. Now, don't quote me, I'm definitely not a lawyer, but after doing a bit of research, apparently there is a way for EA to get around this, but the only way that they can do this is if they got a gambling license. So the ban in Belgium was a ban on loot boxes, which mainly came from game companies, and it was intended and enforced against game companies that do not have gambling licenses. So if they had a gambling license and was allowed to do this, then this ban in terms of Belgium would be revoked. But then this is also the case that EA would then be acknowledging that they have gambling mechanics within the game, which they have been fighting since 2018 anyway. And with that, they would then need to go and put an age restriction on the game because it does include gambling. This is another one of those reasons for what we just said before about EA separating Ultimate Team from EA Sports FC. Having Ultimate Team free to play, 18 plus, allowed to have gambling, which doesn't really affect EA Sports FC as a whole. Do I think that this is going to happen? No. I think in terms of gameplay, they would just not have Belgium buy FIFA points, but continue to advertise this game as being available to everyone and still include FIFA points for those that will buy into it. But it is a leak, it is a rumor, hence why we've included it as part of this video. But anyway guys, this is what we know so far. These are the leaks that have been going around for EA Sports FC Ultimate Team. If you do have any questions, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.